What's going on, guys? And welcome back to the Wheel World. Cloud seeding. What is cloud seeding? Well, first of all, before I get into that, I want to get into a backstory, okay, of something that really pushed me to do this topic. All right. Um, and I'm just gonna be real with you guys. You know, I'm gonna be real with you guys. A lot of people, even myself, um, there was a time where I did not believe in. I'm trying to say this in a way to where I won't sound weird, right? But like I said, I keep it real. The reason why I started the channel because the title of my channel basically speaks for itself. The real world. It's not like I'm saying the world is mine. What I'm saying is that it's the world through my eyes, the way I see things. You understand? That's all I'm saying. Uh, but in that, like, I'm a real person, and I think logically. You understand? Nothing's off the table. That's the way I've always been. I've always been a big skeptic. Even as a little boy, I've always been that way. I always ask questions. I think a lot of people should ask questions. You should always question things in this life. You know, but one thing I never questioned was the fact that there were, I never questioned that there were aliens or UFOs. That was something I never thought to ever be true. That's just something that I never looked at that and said, okay, well, there may be aliens. I never believed in those type of things up until 2015. I was outside of a Walmart, right? And what captivated me when I got out of my truck, what captivated me was the different colors in the sky and the weather conditions, meaning that the sky was almost a pinkish color, and it was raining, not raining hard, but it was raining. The sun was out, and you had lightning in the sky. You had all those elements, and what that did was that just had me. It really captivated me. It made me look at the sky. Because it looked just so captivating to me. And so as I'm looking at the sky, I took out my phone. As many of us do when we see something that captivates us. So I take out my phone and I began filming. So I'm looking at the sky, I'm filming the sky, and I'm talking. I'm speaking on it as I'm filming it. And I'm not thinking anything of it. And so I went on about my day. I went on in Walmart after I filmed what I needed to film, and when I got home, it wasn't until I got home and I looked at the footage, and that's when I saw what was it was unbelievable to me, man. Basically in a nutshell, what I saw was I saw a unidentified flying object. Okay? That's exactly what I saw. A UFO. Okay? Now, unidentified flying object doesn't mean it was an alien necessarily. Doesn't mean it was a being outside of this earth. But it was an unidentified flying object. Guaranteed. Okay? Now, as I'm filming it, I see it going across the sky. Well, as I'm looking at this film, I'm watching it, and you know, the thing that was mysterious about it was when we look up at the sky, you see jets or you see planes or you see helicopters. These objects move at a certain rate of speed, and it's familiar. It's familiar rate of speed, okay? And it moves in a straight line for the most part. Jets, if you see like fighter jets and things like that, yes, they can dip, they can do this and things like that. They move pretty fast, but it's still consistent. It's on a straight uh it's in a straight line basically. You understand? This thing, what was different about this unidentified object was it moved as if it was a wasp in the sky. Okay? It moved as if it was doing this. It wasn't doing this. You understand? It wasn't going in this way. This thing was moving like that. Like covering that much of the sky like that. That what was mysterious about this situation. And the fact that it's almost as if I felt the presence of something. And it stayed with me for at least a year. Now, I know it's going to come off as maybe clout to people, you know, or maybe, oh, well, Will tripping. Will is, you know, I don't know what the hell Will was on that day or whatever like that. But this is a fact. This was nothing in my imagination. I still have this on my old phone today. I still have this same footage. And that feeling, you know, after that happened and I saw that with my own eyes, it's nothing like seeing something with your own eyes. You know, seeing is believing. That's a true statement. And it's nothing like seeing it. So I saw this with my own eyes, guys. And after that, I just would look up at the sky. I would, and to this day, I still do, but not as much as I used to. It created a paranoia in me, and I started paying attention to the sky more. I think a lot of us don't really pay attention to the sky. But to get back on the topic at hand, I expressed that to you guys to try to bring light to the reality that there is something going on in the sky. And it's dealing with weather. Like I said, this UFO that I saw, it's like it was attracted to the lightning and the clouds. There's another thing. It was like moving within the lightning. Now here it is 6 years later. I decided to do I ran across something on YouTube where there's this agency or entity called the United Arab Emirates, the UAE, and they're based out of Dubai, and they're based out of Abu Dhabi. This area of the world, as you know, is very dry. They do not have a consistent source of rain. You understand? So what they're doing is they're using drones to create rain in the desert. And it's a process called cloud seeding. It's very important, guys. You guys got to pay attention to what I'm telling you. I know a lot of you guys don't believe in these type of things, but this is facts. You can look this up for yourself online. All right? These drones, they fly in the sky with chemical formulas that helps the water in a cloud. Let's just touch on that for a second. Okay? A cloud. Let's touch on the cloud. Okay? A cloud is basically tiny water droplets floating in the air. That's all a cloud is. It's tiny water droplets floating in the air. Okay? They bump into each other from time to time, and eventually they create a bigger water droplet, causing it to fall from the cloud onto the earth. That's where you have rain showers, right? So that's the basics of a cloud and rain. Okay, that's the natural way that it happens. Okay, what they're doing is they're flying drones into the sky with chemical formulas that helps the water bond together into large droplets. So they are manipulating that process, that natural process that I'm telling you that occurs naturally. They're manipulating that to create rain. Okay. So basically flying these drones in the sky with chemical formulas that helps the water bond together into large droplets that eventually turn into large showers. The United Arab Emirates has allocated 15 million for rain enhancement projects to help mitigate the dry conditions. They can only enhance clouds that are already present. Okay? Some of the chemicals that they are spraying in the sky, guys, to create these rain showers under the dry conditions that they have there, is one of them is dry ice. A lot of us know what that is. It's basically the chemical element is actually it's called carbon dioxide. One of them is silver iodide, and one of them is sodium chloride. Okay, these are chemicals. And within the chemical or within the medication, as you know, is always going to have side effects. All right. Now, some of the side effects are under extreme exposure. So they say the silver iodide can cause kidney dysfunction. It could also cause blue, grayish skin. And there are pictures online of a man that actually had that condition. Okay. The other one is sodium chloride. It can cause this is one of many side effects that this one in particular has. It can cause fast heartbeat, shortness of breath, and it also can cause irritation. Guys, the late Prince, okay, the artist, he spoke about what they were calling were chemtrails. All right. And I know you guys have seen these planes in the sky, even in America, okay, spraying chemicals. You should see it all the time unless you just never look at the sky. And most of the time when they're spraying it is when they don't have clouds. Prince brought that up back in the 70s. He brought it up. Okay, like I said, the sodium chloride. It can cause fast heartbeat, shortness of breath, and irritation. Okay? Prince said in an interview years back, I believe he was either on Arsenio Hall, could have been another show. But he said that he would see these planes in the sky and they would be spraying something. And then after they get finished spraying it, it's like the behaviors in the neighborhood, like people would get irate. People would start fighting, fights would break out and things like that. So you got to think about that. These chemicals are known to cause irritation and a fast heartbeat. So the things that these people are spraying in the air to manipulate the weather are not only causing this global warming effect, believe me, with these hurricanes and this all these different flood conditions, you know, but they're causing us in certain areas of the world for people to become more irate. You understand? So this is big time stuff, man, that's going on here that we should be concerned about. You know, I know like 20 years ago, man, 10 years ago, it was like rain when you had a rain shower, man, it would the flooding would happen after the rain has been going on for maybe a good 30 minutes. Now it's 10 minutes tops. You know, you could be driving down the streets, it start raining, and 5 minutes later, it's almost as if you feel like your life is being threatened. That's how hard it's raining now. You know, if you guys really paying attention, man. Uh, and a lot of people blaming on the drainage systems and stuff. We have the same drainage systems, you understand, that we've had for years, decades. You know, so it could only be due to the amount of rain hitting the ground. Like I say, with this cloud seeding, this rain enhancement, they're creating bigger, basically creating larger rain droplets. Okay, so it can be heavy enough to fall from the clouds onto the earth. So in that, you manipulating the weather, you know, you playing with Mother Nature. So it's not going to be perfect because it's not natural. Okay, so that's where we're getting all these floods and things from in my theory. That's my theory of it. That's what's going on, guys. We haven't seen nothing yet. You understand? So that's where we at with this world right now, man. You know, and it's happening across the globes. You understand? A lot of people may say, well, if that's true, why don't they, you know, when they have these wildfires in California and such, why don't they just do a rain enhancement to put out those wildfires? Well, like I say, it's a rain enhancement. It's not natural. So they manipulating the cloud, basically. Okay, so they spray the things into the clouds. If there's no clouds, like I say, in these parts of the country and these parts of the world, they have such a dry condition to where they don't have clouds. You understand? They can only perform these rain enhancements with a cloud. If there's a cloud there, they can manipulate it. But in these areas, they don't have clouds. It's sunshine, blue skies. You understand? So they can't manipulate it. And another thing is that these type of enhancements, rain enhancements, cost upwards of $15 million. I mean, so it's a very hard thing. It's a very expensive treatment. You understand? But you know, it's wild, man. Like the backstory I gave y'all about that UFO, man. You know, it all plays into this. That's why I brought that up. It all plays into it. You know, because I thought I was really tripping. You know, I thought I was losing for a second. And but when I found this out, you know, it all makes sense now. You know, there are things going on within I don't know if it has anything to do with the government. It could be deeper, man. It could be out of this world. Who knows? You know, these people been going into, as you know, they've been going out in space for a long time now. So who knows? You know, but I know one thing, man. I know what I saw that day, and I have footage of it. And this cloud seeding, it supports, you know, what I saw to me. Because if they're in the clouds, if I see a UFO, unidentified flying object, that was attracted to the lightning and the weather condition, and then come to find out that they are flying in the sky creating weather, you know, it just seems like to me that that's playing into a bigger story, you know, a bigger conspiracy, you know. And I hate to use that word, but that's basically what it is, you know. Because it's not open, it's not transparent. The government is not letting us know everything. And you got NASA. NASA doesn't let us know everything. And Area 51, you can't even get close to that place without, damn near getting gunned down. So it's a secret society. Um, who knows what's going on, guys? But my theory, I just really I've been wanting to make a video about this because I feel like I see the difference in the weather patterns, and it's getting more dangerous. Like thunderstorms are getting more dangerous. You're seeing more tornadoes in areas where you didn't see them. Hurricanes are getting more dangerous. When was the last time you just seen a regular rain shower? There's always lightning involved. There's always flooding involved. You know, we have this global warming situation going on, of course. But all of this is playing into it. God gave us this earth in perfect shape. Man put money into the equation, and now we sucking the resources of the earth, the God-given earth. It was all perfect. But now we sucked all the resources of a perfect world, and I just feel like we're trying to compensate for it by artificially trying to manipulate the world into being, adapting to a lack of nutrients, basically, when you look at it from that a broad perspective. When we're talking about the world, the earth, it's not going to work because the world is real and the world is of God. The earth is of God. We come from the earth. Your bones, your skin, your hair, everything, it comes from the earth. It's just like the dirt. It's just like a tree. It's just like rock. Everything, it comes from the earth. God put everything here in the way that He wanted it to be. We went and changed it for whatever reason, and now we're trying to undo what the damage that we've done to it. And that's what these people are doing, and you see what it's creating, guys. So another 40 years from now, if that, maybe another 10 years, I think we're gonna be in some big trouble. A lot of us not gonna be here. But yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on that, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments, man, and do y'all research on what I'm saying about this cloud seeding. It's a real thing. Like I say, I don't do these shows just to talk to you guys. Just talk out my head. I'm talking about reality. I'm talking about facts. You understand? And I just hope that everybody's listening to me and grasping where I'm coming from, guys. You understand? It's a lot of real things going on here. You just gotta open your eyes. It's a lot of snakes things going on out here. You have to really open your eyes, man, and believe. Think outside the box, man. Don't look at things for what it's supposed to be. Look at things for what it truly is. We got to keep our eyes open, man. There's a lot going on. You got to keep your head on swivel. But yeah, guys, the next times have been real. I'm Will. And all I'm trying to do is just get y'all to think about it. Peace.